Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. And welcome back to
The Radical Wasteland Podcast. Oh, you were pointing at me. I couldn't see it through the
it was
title
through
set.
the thing. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
through
kind of
the
half
thing.
work.
Yeah, my X-ray vision failed me. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Greg the Ghoul here with my human companion Harris. We are here to talk post-apocalyptic video games and culture, and shoot zombies. And we're all out of zombies, so I guess we're gonna do some talking now.
There you
Yeah, Harris, how you been, bud?
go. It's been a busy week, but it's been a good week.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Been having a couple events go on. Have something fun to tell you about later. We did an actual professional game night technically last night with just like almost 250 people out there at the studios of our buddy that is helping us with the show and all that I keep telling you about.
Oh, no kidding.
And he wants us to do a version at a certain point too, which I might have to talk to you about because we might have to set up a little game night of our own sometime. You know?
Absolutely. Well, I've actually run the Fallout tabletop game. I'll have to refresh on the rules, but I've run it before.
I do have it. Because I was also thinking, because I know you are a professional dungeon master, I was thinking you and maybe our buddy Simon, who also plays Magic with us and is writing for the show, yada yada yada. He's also a pretty good dungeon master, and maybe if y'all wanted to offer your
I
services,
would enjoy just getting to play sometime.
That's also
yeah. I mean, that is one of the tough things about being a pro GM is that you're always behind the screen. And it's a different experience than being able to be a player. So I'm definitely down.
Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
We got all that. We got Fallout. We got Mass Effect. We got all kinds of games to bring to that stuff, and they're all good that we can intrigue ourselves before we play them on here too. It might be fun to do that.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Well, we got a crap load of stuff to talk about.
We do.
Yeah, matter of fact, we were late jumping on stream here this morning because we were sent an article last minute that we were both looking at and digesting. You know what? Do we want to just open with that one?
Honestly, I do already have it pulled up, and that is great. So
yeah, let's do it.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank you very much, David.
This article is literally less than an hour old still, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is like piping hot off the press here.
9:46, barely over an hour around these parts.
Yep. So, yeah. So it looks like Fallout is getting an official Bethesda-backed exhibition complete with Easter eggs at the National Atomic Testing Museum in Las Vegas. That's pretty dope.
That's cool. I mean, good marketing, first of all, but
yeah,
my nerdy self is already excited for it.
Well, I think that some folks are seeing that Fallout fans will travel, they'll gather with the success of events like Wasteland Weekends and, just like post-apocalyptic culture in general. I think that some places and some groups are looking to opt in more to that, and that's pretty cool. I think this is an excellent partnership. I was not aware that there even was a National Atomic Testing Museum or that it was in Las Vegas, but now I know both.
Hey-o.
That there's nothing wrong with that, man. This is good, clever marketing. I think that, and I think some people might be like, why would an organization like this embrace, something that's based in fact, embrace fiction? And I think it's because that since the bomb became a thing, since we started harnessing the atom and making nuclear energy, nuclear power, most importantly, nuclear weapons a thing, it has influenced our culture. I mean, atom punk is a whole style.
And it's expanding literally year by year. It's one of my favorites, honestly. I mean, we started a podcast about it.
Absolutely. But, it has become its own style and genre and a whole subgenre of disaster and a whole subgenre of horror and a whole, it has the shadow of nuclear war has had a tremendous impact on the American, actually the global psyche. So for a place like the National Atomic Testing Museum to embrace that and be like, this is the cultural impact that the bomb and that nuclear energy and nuclear weapons have had, I think that to talk about the cultural impact is incredibly relevant.
Oh,
So,
that,
and it's smart for them because it, especially partnering officially with Bethesda, it's smart for them because then they get a whole bunch of people coming in. They get a fan base that will definitely come in, check it out. So, really smart, really well done. And, people might come in to see some Fallout stuff and check some cool things out. And then they might actually like learn something, God forbid, you know?
what? That'd be nice, And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know if there is there, and if there are few more dedicated fan bases on the planet than a Bethesda fan base.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, we love bugs. Apparently, we love incomplete things that are going to be complete in 10 years that are just
Yeah.
worth playing anyway.
Or, they like a good sandbox that they have to tune up and fix themselves with their own fan patches,
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
the nice way of saying it, and it's the way we all think about it too, honestly. So
For real. Yeah.
they've got a good world to jump into, and honestly, not blinding the fact and fiction, but I guess integrating the two, like Fallout does so seamlessly. Like I enjoy obviously that the 19 up till the 1960s happen in Fallout the way kind of we expect them to for the most part.
Yeah.
And then it kind of does that diversion of history, and it's interesting to see how I guess the museum will play into both real world history and that Fallout lore. And
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna get to see some good atom bombs just exploding and some cool I don't know, things that they've made graphic wise and stuff like that. It would make sense because that Oppenheimer explosion is not as good as you would have wanted it to be. I actually prefer the Fallout one from season one. Give us the goodness. Give us the history.
Well, mark down the date and time. I'm signing up for the mailing list right now.
Oh, beautiful. We've got it 10:57 on October the 17th.
We are going to take a trip out there, and we're going to go check this out. We'll do a video. It's affiliated with the Smithsonian Museum. I had no idea.
Oh, really?
That's cool. Oh, and I know exactly where it is. Because it's not that far from where I get my equipment when I buy lights and other surplus at auction. I wind up going out once or twice a year because I will buy equipment for my theater at auction from a AV reseller. So yeah, I know exactly where these guys are. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, they're not too far from where I go at all. Amazing. I'm looking up on Google Maps right now because I got curious. All right. So, well, according to the article here, the museum exhibit is going to open November 14th. And it's going to be there through 2026. So that's cool because it means we don't have to rush out there too fast. But I'll have to look at my Minifest schedule, and I'll have to look at my schedule for the freeway circuit and everything else that we've got going with the day job. And that the fact that we're going back to New York next year with another show in April, but we will find a time.
Yeah, honestly, maybe beginning of the year would be an interesting time to do it.
Yeah, probably.
Things slow down. At least the Fallout show will still be going on because if it only starts second week of December, we should only be about halfway through the first season.
That
kind of hit that nice mid mark.
Yeah, maybe if we shoot for, let me see, late January, early February, somewhere in there. Yeah,
hey,
I'll have
early February's birthday time. Give me an excuse.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so we'll go to Vegas for Harris's birthday.
Hey,
love it.
Yeah, never opposed.
Never opposed to that. No, not at all. Not at all. So this is really dope. I think that this is fantastic. I think that, the fact that, not that I'm like the tastemaker, but the fact that I never even knew that this place existed, and now that they've got a tie-in, I think it's smart marketing. So good for them for taking the initiative, forming an official partnership, and recognizing the cultural relevance of fiction and fantasy derived from fact.
Yeah.
and looking at the tie-in and, doing an easy 1+1. So yeah, I think some folks might be like, oh my God, why are we putting fiction and fantasy in a museum? And it's like, well, cultural impact and cultural relevance is a thing. So
Do you want more eyeballs on the history itself?
yeah,
This is the way to do it.
yeah, because you've already got people interested. Now let's give them some, bait them in, and then hit them with some actual information, beyond the fantasy, but you got to get them in the door somehow. And
My hope is
hitting them where they live, getting them where they relate is never a bad thing.
No, exactly. And if you can help someone relate to not the intellectual or whatever like that, but if you can get somebody involved in math or science like that without, feeling like we're going to class again,
yeah,
that you will find somebody that will be not just like a fan of, but love the sciences and mathematics or whatever. You're going to end up with an extra Stormy Bear somehow,
Yeah, right.
And that's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's doing his schoolwork right now, so hopefully we see him again soon. But yeah, as long as we end up with more rocket scientists, I think the world's not in a bad place. We're at least inking on as much as we can. This just seems like a really cool thing.
Yeah, I like this. I think it's creative and honestly smart marketing. And honestly, yeah.
I appreciate Bethesda reaching out, because I know we've talked about in the last couple episodes just how nice it is that they're willing to open up like fan events like Fallout Fan Day or
which we'll touch on in just a moment. Yeah,
exactly. Especially when Old Man Liver was telling us that Bethesda doesn't want to actively take over. They want to actively support, but they don't want to actively take over, and they want it to remain fan events and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, they got their hands full making Elder Scrolls 6 instead of Fallout 5. So,
Well, of course. And with Microsoft money, they could hire a whole new department if they wanted to, but they have been firing a lot of departments everywhere else too. R&D, stuff like that, they could figure out a way to like expand that a bit. And I'm glad they haven't. I'm glad they've kind of kept it simple, because it follows the KISS rule. And if it keeps it simple, stupid, you got me. That's how you get new people. If you teach them math simply, get them intrigued, teach them the cool science stuff. Best way to do that is with big bombs, I think,
Yep. I mean, honestly, like I got looped into, I got my arithmetic going real. I got a lot better at math playing D&D. Was what I was trying to say. I was trying to be clever about it, but honestly, yeah, like I sucked at math as a kid, and D&D helped me add and subtract a heck of a lot faster.
Yeah. So, I was always decent at algebra, but not really much past that. And just after you and Matt got us into Magic the Gathering the last year, just the constant algebra that's happening.
Oh my God.
We had somebody die last night at game night with over 10,000 life lost. And it was like, all right, how we're going to mathematically like figure out how this is going to work real quick.
Was it a fucking green token deck?
It was actually the Duskmourn Landfall. But my roommates turned it into Spider-Man and some Final Fantasy, and it was that cactus character from Final Fantasy.
Oh, fucking Cactuar. Yeah, those things are gnarly, dude. Yeah. No,
we gave it trample and I think flying, and it was
forget it. The minute you do that, it's done. It's over. Done and dusted. No, there's the green creature that every time you put a token on it, you double the amount of tokens on it.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, that thing gets like I have because I like trolling people when I play Magic, and I hate people having fun. I run a mill deck. I run a rabbit mill deck, and for every creature that comes into play, I get 1 life, and then I have a creature. I have a creature in play that for every life I gain in a turn, my opponent mills a card. So what I wind up doing is. Why am I telling you this? This is my whole strategy.
No, please continue. I'm just picturing you playing Mothman already. Like I'm ready.
It's pretty well, and I'm only playing online. I don't actually have any physical cards anymore, which is a bummer. But because I used to, I collected I started with Fallen Empires, and I got out around Tempest, I want to say. So, and my cards are all long gone, which is a bummer. But I got back in on Arena and I've been playing. Yeah, basically I have a handful of creatures. My whole point is to get as many creatures into the graveyard as possible. So I'll
just bring them all back at once.
Turn 4, I ideally mill my deck for the amount of life that I've got, and I'll lose about half my deck at that point. And then the turn 5 is raise dead and have everything in my graveyard pop back onto the board. And at that point, I'll typically gain 300 to 500 life because you get the rabbits that for every one that you have beyond the first, it generates 1 plus X plus 1 tokens. So I'll suddenly have like 40 creatures on the board, including
is that
tokens.
Jack Rabbit or something like that? One of those.
Oh my God, what is it? I don't have it in front of me.
But we can delve in later, of course. But
yeah, we'll delve in later. I'll hit you with it later. And then it mills the other guy's deck. And usually, if I start with the right combination, it's a turn 5 win, which is about the average speed these days for a tournament deck. And yeah, it really does come down to when I'm playing ranked. It really does come down to who goes first. Hey, Sarah.
Yep. Sarah's here, and DJ Play Nice was also telling us truth. My dad worked at the strategic. I can't even speak. My dad worked at the Strategic Air Command Air and Space Museum after retiring, and anything they could do to tie exhibits into pop culture could increase attendance.
Yep,
especially youth visitors, 1,000%.
Absolutely. Because I think a lot of folks understand pop culture and they get pop culture, but they don't get what inspired the culture. So people going out of their way and actively tying them together for folks, I think that's an important thing. I think it's a very important thing.
Obviously, we don't need to dig into the nitty-gritty of it, but we have such a big history with nuclear and atomic kind of things within not just our own country, but internationally. And who knows? Anytime the world's at war or warring at all, there's a little bit of hesitancy in the air just about this same topic, and I don't think it's ever not relevant anymore. At this point in humanity, it is continuously relevant, which is just interesting, and it's a good thing for the actual public to learn about. And if you can do that through a video game and TV show and get more irons in the fire in that sense, I think that's great. I think it's really good.
Yeah, 100%. So you took the words right out of my mouth. Keep trying to shut down the last nuclear power plant in California. Now we need it more than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, nuclear energy, yes, it can be controversial. There's always concerns about it and about the safety and stuff like that. But I feel like, my family moved from New York because of 3 Mile Island. They left New York. They were like, oh, you have no evacuation plan except, like take a bridge into Manhattan. If something happens at 3 Mile Island and suddenly Long Island is getting irradiated. Yeah, fuck that. They left. They chose to move, so we wound up moving down to Virginia when I was a kid, specifically because of that. That was in the 80s. This is now, because I'm old. It's different now, so.
It's so promising as long as the safeties are there and put in place and not just checked over 2 or 3 or 4 times, probably like 10 to 20 times at a minimum. There's enough programming now where you can check it continuously, have something be checked throughout a day.
Yeah.
And
as no long more as Chernobyls, but that said, I do have some friends who worked on one of the Chernobyl documentaries, and hearing those stories, it's like, oh dear God, it's yeah.
And nature always plays a hand in things too. Obviously, Japan had better safety standards than everything, but I mean, not even Hiroshima. I'm thinking about the tsunamis that and the earthquakes and that tsunami that knocked out that one power plant 10 years ago, 15 years, however long ago it was.
Fukushima.
Fukushima. Yeah, I think nuclear energy is the only way to keep up with the amount of energy we need and will need. I 1,000% agree. It just
everybody gives solar a bad rap. Everybody gives solar a bad rap, but solar, which is its own kind of radioactive energy,
true.
I think the problem is that capitalism hasn't figured out how to monetize solar.
Well, there's got to be a balance within it all.
That's why everybody trips all over it.
Yeah, I don't think one will supersede the other going into the future. We shouldn't, as a society, try to make one oil or solar or nuclear. It should be a nice amalgamation of them all where we can kind of wean. Obviously, you can't go green overnight. It would destroy the planet's infrastructure. But you can't do the exact opposite and continue to destroy there's a nice fine balance that needs to be found. And I think nuclear allows a little bit of that opportunity to happen by alleviating some of that gas and coal, and then allowing people to kind of jump into that solar and what geothermic is what I'm thinking of, and hydropower as well.
Yeah, those three, and wind power. I mean, really there's a lot of green energy that I think is going underexplored, and it's underfunded and undersupported specifically because it's not an existing energy. It's not an existing energy source that has been commercialized. So, plans on that massive orbital solar panel station. Then it will use microwaves to beam that electric power down to the surface. Is scary. Ooh, I haven't heard about this.
Like a giant mirror. I mean, I guess in theory that makes sense.
Microwaves to beam electrical power. Okay, interesting. Good Lord. Don't put my dinner anywhere near that. It'll get well done. Yeah. All right. Well, now I'm going to read all that shit, and then I'm going to have nightmares. But
now we're thinking about it. We got to plan out where you can play Mothman in a Fallout game.
This whole episode is already derailed. I love it. I'm looking at Chinese microwave solar panel station. All right.
It is fun when the topic leads us into cool thoughts.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna need a lot more than 90 minutes for this episode. All of a sudden, developing a space-based solar power station, a 1 kilo, one weird place for a hyphen there, a 1 kilometer wide array in geostationary orbit that will capture sunlight 24/7 and transmit it to Earth via microwaves. This Three Gorges Dam in Space project aims to provide a continuous clean energy supply unaffected by weather or nighttime. The energy is converted to microwaves, beamed to ground stations, converted back into electricity to use. Holy shit.
Where's the Dyson sphere? Is that next? Like what?
I mean, that sounds like step one.
No Holy shit,
dude. This is amazing. All right. Already testing out the critical technologies, including ground-based verification systems for its Chasing Sun project, with the first launch scheduled for 2028. A more powerful version is planned for 2030 to distribute 10 megawatts by 2035. Now, talk to me when they get to 1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, I guess the moon is a Dyson sphere. Moonfall.
Yeah. Tony. I'm definitely now going to be obsessed with that and checking all that out. That's fascinating, and
it really is.
I
can understand. I guess the fear of that is someone weaponizing it, of course.
No, this is every space laser, Dr. Evil kind of bullshit plot that you've ever seen in any cheesy Bond movie.
But it also sounds so cool.
Yeah. Because the thing is, the second you get any sort of concentrated beam of light energy, suddenly it's, they've got a laser weapon, So, yeah.
And it would not be in some senses, but hey.
But, at the same time, not using it as a weapon and actually using it to power cities and stuff like that is pretty fascinating.
It really is.
Yeah.
Thank you, TJ.
Tony, thank you for sharing that. I'm very excited to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, anyhow.
What else we got, sir?
Oh, my God. Well, what don't we have?
Plenty.
Yeah. The funny thing is that like 2 weeks ago, when we were supposed to do our last episode, I was like, I don't know. It's kind of slow right now. And I had mistakenly scheduled a physical therapy appointment on the wrong Friday, which is why we wound up doing shorts that week instead of this. Sorry about that, but hey, the good news is my knee rehab is done and I've been given a clean bill of health, so got that.
You're starting jump ropes today?
I'm not chancing it that hard. I've actually been told not to do any weightlifting and not to walk too far on it. Yeah, like no more leg day for a while. I have to work on getting my flexibility back up, but they're like, don't come in once a week, work on that 3 times a day at home. And it's like, all right, so that's what I got to do.
If you've ever had the opportunity to start walking with a Gandalf wizard staff,
Well, the funny thing is that when my knee went out last time, I actually did have a collapsible cane that looked like I was
A
uh
blind or something?
well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't a blind cane. It had the nice wooden handle and everything. I looked like I should have been employing ladies of the night walking around. So
Oh
that was
God, I see, I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I thought you were
I
about to
was
go
definitely
Mad Eye Moody on us or something for a second.
little bit. No, it was pretty funny because I took it to because when my last time my knee went out, it was when I was in Florida going to Universal Studios. I got to check out a preview of Epic Universe because my brother-in-law works in theme parks, and he works for the Mouse, but he's got friends that work at Universal and got us in while it was still testing everything.
No bad.
And yeah, so the like 2 days before we were gonna go, my knee went out, and so I was there. I had to walk to the wheelchair stations, which
Oh,
took forever. But I wound up getting a wheelchair for or like a freaking cart for the day. And my wife's got a very funny video of me doing donuts in the cart, like in the middle of Epic Universe, because it was the preview and nobody was there.
oh
So
God.
it was yeah, it was
Just
still
in pain, but still trying to have fun.
yeah, I mean, I'd flown out specifically for that, and I was like, "Well, I'm not missing this." But the cool thing is that they think they figured out what it is. I've got a torn meniscus, and the flap sometimes the torn flap sometimes works its way into the joint, and then
Ooh,
yeah, it causes the knee to lock up, and then when it works its way out, it causes all kinds of swelling and pain, and puts me on my ass for anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. So thankfully haven't had a problem with that since June. The rehab looks like it's healed it up mostly. So now it's just time, and they're just like, you need to increase your flexibility. But why am I talking about this right now, other than the fact that
sheesh.
it was, just yeah. But
Okay,
getting all that,
update your life.
yeah, don't tear your meniscus, folks. It hurts. Uh,
That's that's the game plan at least.
yeah, yeah.
Do things go according to plan? Well,
Right. So but anyway, like I said, in the time since then, we've had a whole bunch of stuff drop. So
Bethesda controversy.
which one?
I was about to say, is there something new? Do we have anything, I guess, article wise to bring up or anything?
I'm pulling up a few things. Hold
Well,
on.
while we do that, I'm always so bad about this, but I'm gonna do it.
Hey,
Just
there you go.
to grab some articles, but I
Yeah.
always forget to play it halfway through.
Yep. Important. Gotta rack up the subs. Hey,
Stanley's.
it's good to see y'all. All right. So we've got, I mean, there's actually now a ton of stuff going on. Let's actually, like, I made a list. Let us chat about it real quick. Where did it go? Okay, first off, yeah, Fallout Day. Bethesda's official Fallout Day is October 23rd. They're doing a big live stream announcement on, I guess it's next Thursday. I'm going to be watching it and doing a live reaction. So, Harris, I invite you to join me.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have not heard about that, but I'll have to take a look. Alex,
Yeah, I don't know if we should take a look on air necessarily, but that is one that I not.
No, we're not gonna. No, I don't need. No, we're not. We're not gonna talk about that on there.
The eyebrow has been raised. We'll probably be googling after.
Yeah. All right. So Fallout Day is on Thursday. I'm gonna do a live watch along and then do a recap video after that. But Bethesda did this last year, and I remember last year everybody being like, "Wow, that was kind of underwhelming."
Yep.
They talked about new skins and stuff coming to Fallout 76. They kind of just had like a celebration of Fallout. It really felt like all fluff, no filler. So I think this year I'm hoping that they took that reaction and are keeping that in mind as they plan their announcements. Hopefully they got something juicy, to share with everybody. But that's coming up on Thursday. Should run probably about an hour, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So I'll do a live react on that and then do a recap video talking about it.
Do you think that there's a snowball's chance in hell, I think is the fun way to say it, that they don't give us something juicy?
I mean, last year they didn't.
Well, last year, I guess the Fallout show hadn't completely aired yet, had it?
Oh, no, it was done at that point.
It was already done? Okay, yeah. Well, I guess the numbers were still rising on all the extra stuff that was happening from the fan base that grew from the Fallout show. They just might not have had time to actually put something together and actually have it ready. I think between just the amount everything grew after Fallout Season 1 actually came out, it's because Fallout Day was kind of lackluster last year. I think that's probably a little bit of a factor as well. But with don't let me brain fart right now. Well, it was just right there.
Stick with me. Don't let the marijuana win.
And it would help right now, apparently. The ADD is kicking in here. Hello.
We got two ADHD guys. We're trying to run a podcast, and we're so screwed. Yeah.
The other thing, it was a bit lackluster. The just Fallout has grown so much, and then oh, come on. Keep going. I'll bring it back if I can remember it. Oh God.
Yeah. Let's see. Gigwise Outdoors is asking about what the microwave energy thing was called. Chinese space microwave. That's what I just Googled. Space station.
This is what Tony put in chat for us to Google.
Yeah.
Oh, easy thing. Got it. We're here. The Oblivion remaster was the third thought there.
Yes.
I don't think there's any way in hell that Oblivion remaster came out, was as awesome as it was, and got the Bethesda fan base riled up again in a different category of their games. Not Fallout, but Elder
And Oblivion remaster dropped with like zero fanfare except for that, and it dropped like almost immediately afterwards. Yeah,
and it went huge. And thankfully, they did it well. I left my notepad on my bed inside. It was not today. Oops.
Nope, not today.
I was doing voice acting homework and just forgot what I was doing one way or another. But with the Oblivion remaster coming out and doing as well as it did, we did a whole podcast about what would be the next best remaster for them to do. Do they go Fallout 3? Do they go ahead and do New Vegas because it's kind of correlative to Season 2 of Fallout?
That would be super smart if they did New Vegas remastered, considering that Season 2 of Fallout drops in December, and it's obviously New Vegas. There's that would be the wise move.
We talked about Fallout Bakersfield as well, and how they might be paving the way to get a Fallout 1 and 2 remaster remake as well. And I think any of those things would be tenfold what we got last year, obviously, and it would really be exciting, I guess, for the community.
That would be interesting. Yeah. I think that they do have a lot to talk about in general, though, because obviously Season 2 is dropping in December, starting December 17th. It's all episodes are going to drop at midnight Pacific time. So I think it'll be dropping about 8 or 9 a.m. the next day or that day for our friends in the UK, I believe, unless they're doing it local. And it's going to be 8 episodes. It's going to go December 17th through February 4th. And I am planning on doing a live watch, like a live react as we watch each
weekly, right?
What's that?
Weekly, correct?
Yeah, weekly. Yeah. My plan is to do a live watch along and react. It'll be interesting when one of them is December 31st, but that's like New Year's Eve, not New Year's Eve. So give us something to do. Yeah. So that'll be fun if anybody wants to join me online for that. And then we'll be doing recaps. I think we were talking about going to weekly episodes during the season. Yeah. At least.
Oh yeah.
Live discussion, live breakdown.
the idea and the goal is, of course, get those weekly episodes kind of started, especially while Fallout's going on. And then once Fallout Season 2 has kind of ended and all the hype and it's not going to be weekly Fallout, that's when we can truly incorporate the other dystopian sci-fi stuff as well. And then we can kind of become a regular weekly Friday. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan. I love this.
That's when we get to talk all that Atom Punk that we were talking earlier.
Absolutely. And the whole rest of the culture. So hey, we're talking about going weekly now, guys.
Hells yeah, and for a good amount of time, even technically twice a week with the actual watch parties along as well.
Absolutely, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited for this. Just to give you guys a quick rundown of what we're talking about for the next few weeks, though. Obviously, today we're talking about just recapping everything going on between Fallout Day, the fan weekend, the museum, which we just found out about, Season 2 release dates. Season 3, by the way, has already started production. It sounds like the writers' room's already going. They are not making the same mistake as they did between Season 1 and 2 and waited so long to get things going. Now, granted, there were tons of circumstances that caused the delays and caused the break that had nothing to do with the show itself. It all had to do about Hollywood being what it is right now. Yeah. My agent actually just sent me out an article where it said that LA is as dead as it's ever been, right now, which is a bummer because, we were looking at all the tax credits and everything coming in and thinking that, oh my God, this is going to help revitalize. And it just hasn't happened.
Fallout came in for a little bit, but I can't think of another fun, big production that's done that since.
Yeah, ironically, one of the biggest things that's come in and shot here recently was Fallout.
Yeah.
So, right
in
up
the backyard.
And right in the backyard. And we did not get on there. We should have snuck onto that set, Harris. I should have called Central Casting or something.
That or just dress up, cosplay NCR people and just see if they notice.
Snuck in. Yeah, see if they noticed. Absolutely should have done that. Yeah, so we've got all that. On our next episode is going to be Halloween, and we're going to talk about horror, cosmic horror, and all the other horror elements that make up that and how horror culture fits into Fallout and vice versa. That's going to be the theme for that episode. I think that's going to be a really, really fun time. We'll talk about, all the mad scientist stuff, the great old ones, the elder gods, the whole Cthulhu mythos and how that interacts.
Talk about Mothman, get back into the cryptids.
Yeah, talk about Fallout 76 and Mothman and how that all works. And then in November, we're going to be doing recaps of Season 1. Yes, and since originally one of the episodes was going to end up being on Black Friday, day after American Thanksgiving, we're actually going to bump that episode up a week and do it on the 21st. So we're going to do episodes on the 14th and the 21st. And we'll be recapping Season 1 in preparation for Season 2, dropping in December. And then we're going to have one episode in December before Season 2 drops. And then we get into the reactions and the weekly breakdowns. And that's going to be December 12th. And we're going to have final bets and predictions on everything that's going to happen for Season 2. And this is where we're going to write it all down on a big board. Might have might have a betting pool or something going, just to keep it spicy, keep it exciting, give us something to keep track of as we watch.
The whiteboard will come out that day.
There we go. I think that's going to be dope. So yeah, Harris and I, we've been working on some stuff in the background here to make sure that we have some juicy plans and content coming up. Very, very excited to get to do this with y'all. So
it's going to be such a great thing.
Yeah,
I'm so excited that they're doing it weekly release drops rather than that whole at once Netflix style, because it's going to give us, obviously just for the channel and for us as nerds talking about it, will be that much better. But specifically with the nerds talking about it aspect, I think we're all going to just have a ball with it.
I've definitely shotgunned my fair share of shows and have loved the ability to do that. But at the same time, I do miss event television. And I think that it's important, and it's a great way to keep a brand and keep a show live, is to make people anticipate it. Yeah. Bottle cap leaderboard for I love it. I love
That'd be fun. Almost like a tier list or something, but just prediction wise or something.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd
fun.
be a great time. I'm a fan. I like this. So bottle cap predictions. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, that's our plan for that's the road ahead. That is the road to New Vegas.
Heyo.
And now in there, we're going to be planning a trip out to the Nuclear Testing Museum,
which might always just be a good excuse to stop by the old Pioneer Saloon.
Also that, yeah, get out and see some folks. And actually, we should chat about this next month. The Fallout fan event. I am not sadly available to go out there this year because of just work commitments. But I'll deal with that in a minute. All right. Yeah. Should have turned off my notifications. Sorry. People are texting me going like, hey, at least nobody's.
It's middle of the day now. They're ready. They're like, we're doing on it for
like I said, I actually have a rental in my main space right now. There's a whole 8-hour rehearsal in there during the day today. Otherwise, I would have considered actually broadcasting from down there. So
8 hours? Ooh.
8-hour rehearsal. Yeah. Holy shit. Right.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. But you know what? They're paying me
great
money.
For y'all. Specifically great for y'all.
This is how I eat.
Yes. Where would you stream from the new Hobgoblin?
I'd probably actually. My thought was that I'd set up something on the stage.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, microwave. Yeah, right. For real. And it's frying my brain as I try to sit here and think.
Hey, if it can microwave some popcorn for you at the same time, at least it kills two birds and gets stoned.
There you go.
That's my favorite thing.
100%. All right. So. But actually, we should mention that the fan weekend is actually coming up in November, and they have a pretty dope website now. And we talked about. I saw a video the other day of what Buffalo Bills is like now because they've actually basically closed it. It is only open now specifically for special events, which is a bummer because we stayed there earlier this year when we went out to do that Fallout faction games. And we also talked with Old Man Liver and the crew from Pioneer Saloon, but talking about Fallout Fan Celebration, and they've got a dope ass website up now, and it looks like they've got, they actually have a fair amount of both actors and crew from the TV show and voice talent from Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, 76, even some folks who have worked on 2 and 3 coming to check out or coming to join them for the event that weekend.
Really?
That is so cool. Yeah, no, if you look at the guests, look on the website at the guest tab, they got a whole bunch of folks. They've got Rodrigo Luzzi, who played Reg from season 1, one of the Vault Dwellers, Lear Leary, who played Davey. Bunch of folks coming in. So that's pretty dope. I think this is cool.
Makeup department guy.
Yeah, this is starting to get to be like, Star Trek convention levels of stuff,
That's sweet. Yeah. Oh, really? No way. Cool.
Yep. Jason Marsden's going to be there. Peter Jessup, Courtney Taylor, Katie Townsend.
Hey, Wes Johnson's one of Bethesda's just VIPs.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done Elder Scrolls and Starfield as well as the Fallout franchise, multiple games in the Fallout franchise. And you can purchase tickets now. They're talking about how they actually will have people staying at Buffalo Bills, but they also have a partnership with M Casino for, and that's going to be the closest place on the strip. But yeah, you get to actually stay at the Bison Steve's resort close to Good Springs if you wanted to have that in-game experience to go. And yeah, Harris, I gotta tell you, I saw this video of this from this Vegas blogger the other day going through what it's like currently now that it's basically almost completely ceased operations, because Primm as a town sadly has never really recovered from COVID, like economically speaking. and I kind of get it because, as they pointed out in the video, it's not a destination anymore because 2 out of 3 of the casinos there have almost complete. Well, one of them is completely ceased operation. Whiskey Pete's is gone.
Yep.
Buffalo Bills is special events only.
Mhm.
And there's a third one there, and the name escapes me, but they've got the outlet malls right next to them, and they're still kind of limping along. But, even the outlet malls are suffering at the moment because it used to be that Primm was a destination and a stop. It was like, oh, instead of going all the way out to Vegas, just go to stop at Primm instead and go have fun there. Like people going to Henderson instead of going to Vegas proper.
Yeah.
Well, now,
good place to stay, cheaper than actually staying in Vegas as well. Yeah.
Sure. But Vegas is only 35 miles down the road. It's not that far. And even Vegas at the moment is suffering greatly. Lack of, no Canadian tourism coming in has been a huge deal. And this is the impact on tourism in the U.S. right now has really been felt there in particular. And then you combine that with already insane rates and insane, charging for everything these days. People were already talking about how they felt ripped off going to Vegas and not getting as much bang for the buck as they used to. It's no longer a choice destination. And when that's your economy and circumstances around you are one thing, but then when you're actually also not fixing the practices that make you actively toxic to, you're no longer the attractive option because people don't feel like they're getting the value. In addition to those circumstances, it's a recipe for disaster. So if Vegas is suffering, everything around it really has had no chance. So, and I think we're seeing that in Primm and in other locations surrounding Vegas as well. So it's a bit of a bummer, but it is good to see though that Good Springs, the reaction to this has been pretty huge. So seeing
Good Springs seems to be the spring of life in the area, actually, which is wild for it just to be that little old ghost town, that old tiny like boom town that kind of explodes and goes back down, gets bigger, then goes back down, and it's just been that kind of continuous cycle. And now it's the thing it's kind of limping everybody along, but I'm sure as these fan events kind of expand and continue, it could grow back. It has the potential and possibility, but that is a snowball.
I think it really is great to see that the Fallout fans are traveling and going out to support. And my God, I'm looking at the schedule for what they have for fan celebration, and it's going to be huge. And Bethesda has given their blessing, and they're going to be sending their support, even though they're not taking it over. I think that this is pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just reading all this stuff.
Yeah,
they've got a poker tournament. They're doing a Caps Are Right game show. There's, live music. They're doing a panel for Fallout 10th anniversary. Man, they got a whole bunch of really, really fun things here. And tickets are $45 a person, or you can get a VIP ticket for $250.
I know it's nearing noon, but just looking at this bar right here and remembering that mushroom Swiss burger that I left half of there, I just got very hungry.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was so good.
I'm still mad that I left half that freaking hamburger on there. That was my lunch the next day.
Yeah. Dude. Well, it was a lot better than the buffet at Buffalo Bills. So
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Hey, but at least we had a very nice couple in front of us give us those tickets.
That's true. If I had paid for that buffet, I'd be really mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they got a film festival, which is cool. All right. I have to figure out. I have to figure out a Fallout short and shoot it. That'd be fun.
Where's the film festival?
If you go under more info.
Oh, I just clicked the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah, wow.
There you go.
Skipped over it, reading it. There we go. The Fallout Fan Celebration Film Festival is a showcase of fan-made films inspired by the Fallout universe. We welcome creators of all experience levels to share their vision of the post-apocalyptic wasteland. Submissions may include short films, documentaries, comedies, action dramas, and horror, ranging anywhere from 2 minutes to feature length.
Dope. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna bet that Bethesda will plug this in their Fallout announcements next week. They're obviously going to plug season 2. They're going to talk about they'll probably talk about season 3. They might make some big announcements. It would be really fun to see if they actually talk about the museum. I think that news dropping today is perfect timing for them to have this coming in next week.
Yeah, literally as people fly in, as people leave, kind of say, hey, on the way out or on the way into town.
Yeah.
There's this cool museum on so-and-so street over here. Go check it out before you come into Good Springs.
Yeah. Let's see. And actually the funny thing is that the exhibit actually opens the same day as the opening of Fallout Fan Celebration.
Really?
Yeah.
That's perfect. I mean, if that's not some good timing, some good thought process.
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
Yep. All right. Well, they got all that going on. What do you guys think might come in the announcements? Let's take some bets here. Let's take some bets.
From Fallout Day?
Yeah, from Fallout Day. What do we think Bethesda's going to drop?
What are the thoughts, Joe? Do you think it's going to be remasters, remakes? Do you think they're just going to give us?
I would hope that they would have that, but that's just me. I think that last time they dropped Oblivion, it'd be really fun to see if they did Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas at one point.
The only thought with that, though, because they really didn't announce the Oblivion remake. Of course, it was that worst kept secret for about 2 or 3 weeks there.
Yeah,
but they just dropped it. It was the night before. They were like, "All right, yep, it's real. We're doing it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Available tomorrow morning. It's at midnight. It's ready."
I haven't heard that hype at all. So you'd think that the rumor mill would be going around.
I don't know. Obviously, it would be awesome if they already had that in development and somebody was working on it.
Yeah.
That way they could just drop it. There's no way they're going to just drop something like that. But
yeah. Oh, they're probably going to and they're probably going to announce stuff for Fallout 76. I keep forgetting about 76 because it's just the one that I don't play because I don't do MMOs anymore. So,
we need Chaz to hop back on 76. He was a big 76 guy for a bit. And
yeah,
we need a 76er.
Yeah, they do specify that there's going to be news about our existing Fallout games.
Do you think we'll get an update for Fallout 4? Kind of like they've already done a bit. They've done the special edition of Fallout 4 essentially. Are we going to get an anniversary edition almost? Because it came out.
It's 10 year. Yeah.
That makes sense. It was either 10 year or 11 year. I couldn't remember 2014 or 15. But yeah, I mean, we're at the right date for a nice big old anniversary something. What was it? 3 years ago? Was it 3 years ago? We got the special edition with all the extra stuff on there. Not special edition, but they updated it and gave us all the Creation Club content.
There is a leaked Fallout 3 remaster. Yeah, there was some documents seemingly confirming an in development Fallout 3 remaster during the Xbox, Activision, and Blizzard FTC trial in 2023.
Ooh. Oh, all the way back then? That?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
If they drop, there's we've used the term a couple times. I guess I have, but if the snowball's chance in hell that actually happens, I have lived in this new house for 6 months now, and I have not plugged my Xbox back in. That would make me plug it back in so fast.
There you go.
So fast.
Yep.
Fingers are crossed.
Yep. I love this. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's the outside chance. I think that's the outside chance is that there's an outside chance of a Fallout 3 remaster dropping because that's been theorized for a while. And it's apparently been in documents since 2023, or at least in documents that were made public in 2023. I don't think we're going to see a Fallout 5 reveal.
No. I don't think so yet either. Maybe something like they gave us with the Elder Scrolls 6 5 or 6 years ago that just here's some mountains and nice ocean and a little bit of this, and it's like, okay, what part of Tamriel is this? Is this Hammerfell? Is this elsewhere? Where are we according to the geography? I think it's going to be something like that where we can kind of play along with it and guess if, of course, they actually give us something. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
All right. Yeah, but I'm guessing that they'll be dropping Fallout 76 stuff. It sounds like there's a patch coming in that's going to add parts of Ohio. Yeah.
That's not Appalachian, huh?
I mean, according to Ohio, parts of it is, yeah.
Really? I didn't realize it went all the way up there.
Yep.
I think I've been to Ohio once where it might have just been a fly through Ohio kind of deal and stop at the airport. Don't know if that counts. If I had to guess what Bethesda's plans would be, if this Fallout 3 remaster were on the horizon, if I were them, I wouldn't announce it at Fan Celebration. Or
you wouldn't announce it on Fallout Day? When would you do it?
The day the final episode drops for season 2. And if they are doing a 10-year anniversary thing for Fallout 4, that is what, if I were Bethesda, I would say, hey, for the next couple months while the Fallout show's going on, we're going to get some numbers boosted here. And I utilize those last 3 months to, fix the bugs, whatever you need to. Blah, 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 blah.
And then bugs, please.
What? Some kind of patch somewhere, maybe. We'll see. You can always hope.
Actually, that I think that is the least likely announcement to happen, is the idea of them fixing any sort of bugs for anything, putting out a new patch.
Yeah, it's more like what other things can they add to the game for bugs to be patched later, before they actually have to release the game. But if they were able to take those extra 2.5, 3 months to release a remaster, that would be nice, and maybe let some folks play some Fallout 4 again for a while. Because obviously last season just got the biggest frickin' boost it could ever get, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's ever. It would be interesting. We might have to do a little research. It might be some good math to go into again, like we were talking about earlier. Has there ever been a show that has done or boosted numbers as well for the IP and product it came from as Fallout did for that time? Because it was.
That's true. That's true.
250% all across the board, right?
Yeah,
it was insane.
Across every title.
It's just wild.
Yep.
I would hope when Mass Effect comes out later, that would be something like that. But I don't think Last of Us worked that way. I don't know if Marvel's comics even work that way when Marvel stuff comes out or anything like that. I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think Mr. Bailey wants to just have more kitten content in Fallout 76.
Hey, that's never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea.
We've got our dog meats. We need our cat treats now.
That's right. That's right. He's like, greatest hunter killer creatures out there, and they only weigh 10 pounds. Well, Bailey weighs about 15.
Have they ever done a mountain lion in Fallout? That would be the perfect North American kind of beast to turn into a creature. Oh, because they turn freaking chameleons chameleons into death claws. If there are that many chameleons, we already got lions. Give us some mountain lions. Give us the
tigers and bears.
Oh my!
Awesome. All righty. Well, I think we got a lot to cover. It's going to get really busy around here. I'm very, very excited for it all. I'm going to have to get a backdrop set up finally. Jen is actually out of town most of next week, so I'm going to be left here alone to my devices. And now that the theater is up and running, I actually might be able to clean my apartment for the first time in a dog's age, and maybe I can finally clear out my streaming spot.
Hey,
as opposed to doing it from here on the couch. So, yeah,
that'll be nice. And if you need a pool, the pools are always ready for you.
I certainly appreciate that, man. Absolutely. Yeah. All righty. Well, I don't know. I think we covered everything we want to cover.
I think so. We've got the good groundwork for not just next week and the week after, but the next couple months on top of
Yeah.
it. So
we got plans through February at least, so that's pretty dope, and it's very, very grateful for season 2, man. It's gonna get exciting. I'm very excited for my rewatch too. I'm gonna get really hyped for that.
oh yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah, it's about to be all Fallout and all Stranger Things rewatching for a little bit. Which
Oh man,
Stranger Things is a little dystopian in its own sense, you know.
Oh yeah. That's definitely post-apocalyptic at this point, or they're in the middle of the apocalypse.
Does it fit into a wasteland, or because there is a kind of a giant wasteland on the other side of things? You just have to flip it upside down, they might say.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah.
Hey, then you can make some good Kims out of it.
There you go.
Get some Rad X going.
Well, I think that's going to be us. That's going to be it for us here this week, this time around. But please join us again on Halloween for our special Halloween episode where we talk about the influence of the horror genre on post-apocalyptic games, specifically Fallout and the Fallout series. We're going to get all Eldritch horror with it. It's going to be pretty dope.
So much fun.
Until then, yeah, have a great weekend and stay frosty.
Yep. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy that Halloween time. We will see you Sunday and then Monday for Farscape Tree on Sci-Fi Sundays on Sunday, of course. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.